Hi guys, welcome to AppSheet and more. This is a recording on how you can create an attendance app with AppSheet. But the catch here is you're going to be using a QR code to scan attendance. So every member is going to have a QR code, and then when they attend, you just use your app to scan their attendance. I'm going to show you how you can do this. I'm going to try and attempt this in less than 7 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to come here and I'm going to create a timer, so 7 minutes timer. Right, good. And then once this logs in, good. You can see it's tracking over there. So let's come back here. Good. So in order to do this, I'm going to try and demo how you can do this with your mobile application. So I'm going to open my phone. Okay, so now we are in my mobile. I'm going to come into AppSheets. Okay, good. And this is our app. So this is the student section, and then this is our attendance section, right? Now all you need to do is click on this code. Okay, and then it just automatically opens your QR code section. Now, just look at a person's QR code and it just logs and it signs. Good. Now, if you try again, it's going to tell you that this person's already signed in, so we can't log. But then you can keep on logging other people. You can just click cancel, and then you can do for another one. Click on it, and then you can do it. So that's how it basically works. And then you can track on a lot of attendance. Back into our app. So how did we do this? So we did this using 3 main Google tools. We use Google Forms, Google Scripts, and Google AppSheets. Okay, so first, the form. Okay, so you basically need to create a form that users are going to fill in. The most important thing is to capture their email. Okay, I'll show you how you can do that. You pick their surname, first name, other name, gender, all those things, all the other information you want, right? But then the most important thing is to capture their email. Now to do this, in Google Forms, while you're filling the forms, you can create. You come to settings. Okay. Now, when you click on setting, what you want to do is over here, say collect user's email address. Okay. Then you just check over here and say verify. And then that's going to collect the user's email address. Good. Now that this aspect is done and you start filling the form, you have a Google form that looks something like this. So you have their time, their email, surname, other name, all the other information. But again, most important thing is the email, because that's what we're going to use as the key. Okay. Now, in order for this to create your QR code, or in order to create your QR code, you need this particular link. Okay. So this HTTP AP server, all that creates a QR code when you combine it with any text. So now you see over here, I'm combining this with the @gmail.com. Okay. Now I've tempered with the data so that it doesn't look like the actual data. Okay. But then basically you can combine this link with any text and it's going to create a QR code. So when I click on this, I have this as the QR code. If I come here and I change this to AppSheets, this is the QR code for AppSheets, right? So if I scan this QR code, I'll get the text AppSheets. That is the whole idea. Now, if you have this QR code, all you need to do is come up with a script. Okay, that was going to send an email to whoever fills the form that this is their current QR code or their unique QR code that they need to use to log in or to sign up into the class for attendance. So I'm going to also show the scripts. Okay, now this is very simple. You can create this with ChatGPT. All you need to do is tell it the layout of your data. I'll paste the script over there so you can also use this. So this is my script. Okay, so I have the QR code over there, and then all it does is it takes this QR code and it renders it in the app. It's very important that this QR code is rendered in the app. Is that okay? So the users can actually see it. They don't have to click on a link and go anywhere. So you just tell it to render the link, the outcome of the link in the app, sorry, in the email, so that it looks something like this. So then they receive something like this and they have their QR code over here. They can screenshot it, they can save it. So whenever they need to come to class, they just scan it. Okay, now let's go into the app. How was the app created? Okay. Good. How many minutes do I have? 4 minutes, 45. Has it paused? Hey, no, it's 2 minutes actually. Wow, time is far gone. Okay, now the app is very simple. You have 2 views. You have the student's view, and then you have your attendance view. Is that okay? Good. Now the attendance view, I have broken it down, okay, based on those who have signed for today, the current month, and then the year in total. This is a dashboard view. I have a video on how you can create a view like this in AppSheet. Okay. Now, what you want to do is when you're creating your attendance tracker, when you come here to your table and attendance, you have these particular columns. You have your ID, your student, your date, your time, recorded by. You want to know who is actually doing the scanning. Is that okay? Good. Now the ID should be a concatenation of the user or the student you are scanning and then the date, so that every day there's one entry for that particular student. Is that okay? That's very important. Good. Now the student is going to be a ref to the students table. Is that okay? It's going to be a ref to the students table. And then the key over there should ideally be the email. So when you come here in the students table, the key is the email. Is that okay? Good. Now we have dates. It's going to track the date. It's going to track the time. And it's going to track the who recorded it. Good. Now, what makes it possible for you to scan is at the bottom over here under students, that's for the attendance. You're going to check the scannable. Okay, this allows you to actually scan. Okay, so if I click this over here, you get it. You have this scan icon that allows you to use your phone to scan. But however, it's also a drop down from the students table. So you can also select the names as well. Is that okay? Good. Now, when you create this, you are not done. Is that okay? You need to format it to make sure that two things happen. So I'm going to come here to form. Okay, that's the view for the form. And I'm going to say here, auto save. So once the entry is, everything is filled, it automatically saves. That's number one. Then two, reopen. Okay, so once it saves, it should reopen a new form so that when you are scanning, you can keep scanning for several people. Once you do that, your app should work. Is that okay? You should be able to successfully scan for several people and then just go on like that. Now, if you scan for someone twice, it's going to pause and tell you, oh, this guy's already there, so you can't scan for that person. I don't know if you're able to understand all that, but this is supposed to be a very short video. I've already gone beyond my 7 minutes. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section and I'll attend to it. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye, guys.